I was on Instagram the other day and I was judging all the people with money, and guess what I saw? Do y'all remember Love is Blind season 2 United States version? Shaina was like kind of the villain of the season or whatever, because she was kind of sneak talking to the dude, I forgot his name, whatever. She was in season 2. Shaina had a baby this year. When I tell you, first it's like, whatever, another more Love is Blind gossip, because, you know, I'm following all the trash from season 7. Shaina had cancer. Like, she was 3 months pregnant and she found out she had cancer. She went to get a pap smear, which, you know, you normally do when you're pregnant, and she found out she had stage 2 cancer. Excuse the God of me. I was like, what? So I went and I looked at the article. I think it was like an Us Weekly or something like that. And she was 3 months pregnant. She went to go get a regular pap smear, check and make sure everything is normal. You know, getting ready to go into the second trimester if she wasn't already in the second trimester. She was 3 months, yeah. So they found out her pap smear was like not normal. And, you know, they went to check in. She found out she had stage 2, I think it's cervical cancer. When I tell you, keep in mind, I already knew she had the baby. So obviously it all worked itself out. But the more I read about her pregnancy, her post-pregnancy journey, I got so emotional. First of all, finding out you have cancer when you're pregnant, I don't know how she did it. I don't know how she did it, but shout out to Shaina. Shout out to Shaina. Her story was incredible. She met her dude. They were together for a year before they got married, and she found out she was pregnant. Boom, this tragic news happens, but you know what? She kept pushing. They even told her to give birth, I think, at 32 weeks, which isn't fully full term. And she said, no, we're going to get to 37 and a half weeks, I believe, which I applaud her. I totally applaud her, because, again, you have to be your own self-care advocate. The big thing was Shaina pushing herself to even go those a couple more weeks, because she wanted her baby to naturally develop in her womb, because it's the best option. Was like, she was her own healthcare advocate. Baby boy was born, I think, 7 pounds and some ounces, like healthy. And 2 weeks later, she had a stroke. She had a stroke 2 weeks later. 2 weeks, a newborn, postpartum, hormones out of control. A newborn, just a newborn, and she had a stroke. When I tell you, like, she had to go through 2 different types of treatments to get those cancer cells out, like 2 different types of treatments or 2 different sessions. It's basically the first time she was trying to get the cancer cells removed, it didn't work. So she had to pull her big girl panties up, and she did it again, and she's cancer free. And this is probably a good solid year journey, if not longer. I cannot imagine what that year was like. You're finding you're pregnant, you're so excited, you get out that first trimester, or about to get out the first trimester, boom, cervical cancer stage 2. Then you've got to think about cancer, the baby, you surviving. Then you give birth. Then how many times does she have to go to the doctor's office in between and be nervous every time she had to have ultrasound? Be nervous every time that to check her cervix. Be nervous when she went through her first cancer treatments. Be nervous after she had a stroke. I mean, I cannot imagine like what she was going through. I will say, hormones, pregnancy is like, it changes your body. It really does. It really does. I realized, because I think I don't know if I probably talked about it on my TikTok or Instagram, but like when I was going through having seizures, this was also after pregnancy. I didn't even know I had seizures, so I had to wake up on the floor. But again, I just assumed I'm a new mother. I don't sleep. I guess my body decided now's a good time to sleep, whatever. And it's really scary when you have a newborn. And I'm over here seasoned. Be finding me on the floor, not knowing what's going on, having to go to the hospital. I'm thinking, what about my baby? That's all I can think about is my baby, my baby, my baby. And having to pull it together, because you have to. You're a mother now. You're a woman, you know. And I'm glad her and her husband had a healthy baby, and she's cancer free. And, you know, the year started off pretty rough for her, but, I think it's going to end very well, because she, announced that she had a miracle baby boy. And it's like, just like, I want to know more, you know what I mean? Like, how what she had to tell herself daily, because God knows when I was pregnant with Artis, I had to tell myself daily, this is going to happen. We are going to be okay. My heart pounded. I think I used to hold my breath after every single ultrasound. Before the ultrasound, as soon as I heard, okay, we heard the baby's heartbeat, I was like, and then when I had those important appointments, the 5-month check, 6 month, 7 month, 8 month, got to check the development, blah, 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 blah. And I tell you, I was so shook for like 9 months straight. Like, I was shook. And, you know, it breaks my heart because I really feel like I missed out on enjoying the pregnancy. I missed out on announcing it. I almost missed out on not having a baby shower because of fear. And, you know, even my doctors were telling me, you know, because I had to have a C-section, like, considering, like, you know, maybe you should, you know, you can deliver. It's okay to deliver at like 35 weeks. And I was just like, I want to get as close to 40 as possible. So I was 38.5 weeks, I think. 30, maybe 38 weeks. And I almost went into the hospital early because the week before, little baby Artis didn't want to move around. She was just not moving. So you can imagine my day that day when they're like, we may have to keep you. And I'm like, oh. But typical Artis, she just did what she wanted to do. And they gave me some food and cold water, and that she was wiggling around, and they sent me home, and I gave birth a week later. Yeah, so she doesn't do what mommy needs her to do then and now. But I literally send flowers to Shaina for sharing that, first of all, because that's such a personal journey. Being brave to continue on with the pregnancy, push yourself to get to as close as to those 40 weeks as possible, and advocating for herself and her health, for herself and her son, because that type of pregnancy, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine how hard that must have been. And I think anyone who's gone through high-risk pregnancies, it's literally a game of holding your breath, exhaling, and talking yourself in and out of worry, literally, because you go in worried and you've got to tell yourself, this does not have to be reality. Like the negative words, thoughts in your brain does not have to be true. I can't tell you how many times I was in the car having to just inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm like, okay, go in. You have to go in. You have to go in. And even like the first 3 months of after giving birth, my hormones are out of control, and like not knowing what's going on with me, scary, so scary. And then, you know, my advice to anyone who has a high-risk pregnancy is to enjoy what you can, right? Enjoy what you can. Enjoy that you are pregnant. Enjoy the movements that you feel. Enjoy the times you see the ultrasound, you get the pictures, or you can, like, I remember at 9 weeks, I saw little Artis flipping around like a little fish in my stomach. I was so excited. And find enjoyment where you can, because I trust me, I get it every week. I had to go up in there to check everything every single week. I had to advocate for myself. I had to demand doctors. Like, I was gonna be that patient. I was gonna be that Karen girl that was gonna be like, I need to know this and that. Who's delivering baby? When is this gonna happen? Because every time I was quiet, just everything just went to shit. So I am with y'all, because I'm telling you, getting through those high-risk pregnancies are just not easy at all. Like, they're not. And hearing that she had stage 2 cancer at the 3-month mark, when you feel like, okay, well, I made it out of this phase, I can get ready to announce. And that was just like, boom, here we go. So, you know, shout out to her. Shout out to her for making it through and coming out on the other end. It's very encouraging for many of us. I always tell my moms that made it out of high-risk pregnancies and had our miracle babies that if we want to have more, it's a matter of changing our mindset that we've done it before, this can happen again. Healthy baby, healthy pregnancy, and repeating those affirmations over and over again, to do it again twice, because you got to have some balls to get up there and say, all right, I want to have another baby, knowing that this one journey wasn't super simple. So I definitely just, I really stand with y'all. Pregnancy is tough. Sometimes I think that wanting to get pregnant and going through the journey of wanting to be pregnant was easier than the actual pregnancy itself, because I was so scared. I was so scared. I don't know if I could be as brave. I think I'd have a mental breakdown out of fear of cancer, fear of miscarriages, fear of what if I cause a baby to have like disabilities, and do I terminate so the baby doesn't have to suffer for the rest of their life? Am I going to survive this? And what's going to happen to my baby? I took out extra life insurance. I did. I took out extra life insurance so that my husband and baby would be all right after I gave birth if I didn't make it. Because that's how terrified I was. I was like, I may not make it. So I paid extra money out of pocket to make sure they were covered post me giving birth, which was absolutely ridiculous. Which my friend's like, but you can get hit by a car like anytime. So what was it about this? And I was like, I don't know. I was just fearful. And carrying fear isn't great. It's just not great. You don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. But I understand that when you do. But a way to combat that is to say those affirmations. I can, I will, it is done. I can, I will, it is done. This can happen for me. I can have a healthy baby. I can have a healthy pregnancy. I will be okay on the other side. And she's an example. She's an amazing example of women who made it on the other side and are holding their babies and they are like, you gonna be all right. So whoever needs to see this video, I hope you see it. I hope you're encouraged. And I'm sending you positive vibes. For my ladies, of course, who watch this video, don't forget to subscribe to your girl. Got some more videos coming for you. And yeah, I wouldn't say watch Love is Blind season 2 because all the couples are broken up. Ugh. Love is Blind. But shout out to Shaina. Congratulations to you and your hubby. Till next time.